Last week in the JBL Cup Series, we had an absolute barn burner battle between Logan Williams and Joe Witkowski. And it ended up being Joe Witkowski finally getting his first win on the season. And we enter Martinsville Speedway, one of the craziest short tracks on the schedule. And this is the second to last race of the season. Logan Williams only has a 7-point lead over Matthew Hubert. And if things get crazy, we could have Stuart Grant and Anna Miller have the shot at the title next week at Atlanta as well. It is race 27 on the season, and it is the Smithfield 500 at Martinsville Speedway. What's up, everyone? It's your boy on Race 97, aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome back to Martinsville Speedway. And oh my goodness, what a wild race last night we had for the Krispy Kreme National Series. And this race could be just as chaotic. We just have to wait and see what ends up happening. And we'll see if who will come out on top as the race. When we got some surprises up here, and you're looking at one. It is Jordan Edwards in the number 9, still looking for his first career JBL Cup Series win, and he starts on pole. And you got the driver that is trying to do the weekend sweep, won last night in the National Series race, and he's trying to become the second driver in the chase to do the weekend sweep. First one was Logan Williams at Indy. And we gotta see what ends up happening. 125 laps, one pit stop scheduled if this thing stays going just past halfway around lap 60 or 70. But if we get a timely caution, they can pit under caution and don't have to worry about that, because the merge point is a bit strange. But other than that, it's gonna be a fun night of racing. Short track racing for the final time of season 6. We got LT back in the booth for this one. And you were here for the last couple of short tracks of Richmond and Gateway, and it's been very entertaining on these short tracks this year. And it all comes down to one more for the finale next week. How do you think this one will go here at Martinsville?
I think it's going to be really exciting. Yeah, thanks for having me back in commentary again, Nathan. I didn't think I'd be back calling another race this season after Gateway, but here we are calling the Martinsville race in Southern Virginia for the penultimate race of 2025. Martinsville, this is my second favorite track in NASCAR behind Bristol, so I'm excited to see what these guys have in store for us at this track today, or tonight I should say, and especially for Logan Williams and Matthew Hubert. What show are they going to put on? These two have been duking it out and honestly have been setting the series on fire. Hubert has finished in the top 5 in 10 of the last 11 races, while Logan Williams has won 4 of the last 9 races and hasn't even finished outside the top 10 in that span. So these two guys have been very impressive in the chase and have been really, really fun to watch. So all in all, I think we've been witness to one of the most legendary battles between these two, and we're going to see the next chapter of it here in Martinsville.
Absolutely, and both of these two have the really realistic chance of having 20 top 10s in a 28 race season, and that is absolutely crazy, because just 2 seasons ago in season 4, in a 22 race season, nobody had 10 top 10s. So probably due to the Reigns era, but these two have absolutely figured it out late in the season. But it's going to be interesting of how this plays out, because Logan Williams, unlike last night where he started on the outside lane and fell back and had to work his way back up to the front, he's on the inside, and Matthew Hubert is on the outside lane. And Martinsville, you definitely want to be on the bottom. Once it gets single file out, you can sometimes run a higher lane, but at the start, when everyone's bunched up, you have to be on the bottom. So that's going to be something that we have to watch out for, with Hubert's on the outside and Logan Williams starting on the inside lane. But here is the point standings with 2 races to go. And it is now only a 7-point difference between Logan Williams and Matthew Hubert. Before Texas, it was 10. After Texas is 7. Stuart Grant, he still has a chance at the championship, but he starts on the outside lane, just like Hubert, minus 32. Anna Miller still has a chance as well, and it's kind of been a disappointing chase for Anna Miller, who at one point had 5 wins early in the season. and he starts 18th also on the outside lane, 39 points back. We'll just give a shout out to Aaron Abel, still on a one heck of a roll here in the chase, and he still has a realistic outcome of getting top 5 in the point standings, 64 bat. Juan Garcia in 6 minus 70, and Nicholas Samudio in 7 minus 72. The most points you can get is 40 in each race, so times that by 2 is E. So the top 7, if things get a little bit cattywampus here in the final 2 races, April, Garcia, and Samudio still have a shot, but most likely they will not. And then these 5 drivers have officially been eliminated from title contention based off of points. Sean Anders minus 82, Logan Dawn minus 90, Jordan Edwards minus 94, Duncan Ward minus 101, and then it's just a terrible chase for Warren Kensington minus 158. And we still have a close best of the West title fight, but because Joe won last week, he has a 12-point cushion for that unofficial best of the West title. But we gotta see how that all goes down. Jordan Edwards is on pole, his first pole on the season here in the JBL Cup Series for 2025, and alongside is the driver trying to do the weekend sweep of Duncan Ward. Local Dawn trying to get win number 2, first one since all the way back early in the season at Auto Club, and second in points Matthew Hubert. Zachary Fitzwater, wouldn't this be a nice story to see? His 1 minute on the channel came in the Power Truck Series last year at Richmond Raceway on a short track, trying to get his first Cup win on a short track as well. Juan Garcia in 6th, local wins at point leader in 7th, Eli Bright in 8th, and then Matthew Burnett has been very strong on these short tracks this year. He starts 9th, and Stuart Glenn rounds out the top 10. And then after Glenn, of course, Edwards starts 1st, Ward 2nd, Dawn 3rd, Hubert 4th, Garcia 6th, Williams 7th, and Glenn 10th. And then the rest of the chase drivers, Samudio starts 11th, Abel starts 13th, Andrew starts 15th, Kennington starts 17th, and Animal starts 18th. So all 12 chase drivers start inside of the top 18. And we're going to go ahead and get these draws one off. 125 laps, but this will fly on by if it stays green. I'm going to leave it up to you, LT. Who do you think will win the final short track race on the season and the second final race of 2025?
I'm going to go with somebody who's starting outside the top 10, but by only 1 spot. That is the number 77 of Nicholas Samudio, Mr. Edge himself. He has had an average chase so far, but I think tonight is the night where he gets his first win of his career. He's come close multiple times this season. He's had a runner-up. He's had some third-place finishes. His teammate Fitzwater is starting in the 5th position. Looks like Spire has good setups today, so I think Nicholas Samudio gets his first career win here at Martinsville tonight.
I like that pick. Samudio's been close a couple times this season, like you said, and who knows, Spire 2 cards inside the top 11. Maybe we will see some magic. Thanks for a great season up to this point. We still got 2 races to go, and we'll see if we see a first timer here tonight. It would be Jordan Edwards and Duncan Ward leading us to the green flag for the Smithfield 500 at Martinsville Speedway. A decent start for the front row. Duncan Ward trying to hang tough on the outside lane. The outside poster can hang on a little bit, but not for long, as he's going to get freight trained here. As that is very close to the bat with Zachary Fitzwater and Juan Garcia. Locomotive's going to make it 3 wide for a top 4 spot. Leaning on each other. They're going to get out of that. Local Dawn picking it a move for second and out, going for the race lead. For Local Dawn wants his first win since all the way back at Auto Club in the first 5 or 6 races of the season. 3 wide is going to be fairly sketchy here between Eli Bright, Zachary Fitzwater, and Juan Garcia. Make contact. We're going to see this all night long. Rubbing is racing here at the paperclip. And they're going to calm it down back to 2 wide. And for the time being, it is Local Dawn out front, but we got chase dwellers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here early on.
Was wincing in those first 3 laps. These guys are going at it already. 3 wide for almost a whole lap for those guys back there. I was kind of nervous for my driver Eli Bright there. I thought he was going to get turned. I think even Fitzy got into Juan Garcia on the first lap. So these guys are very aggressive early on. We see the championship contenders, though, Logan Williams and Matthew Hubert. Logan Williams is going to pass Hubert on the inside. That's big for the championship. Matthew Hubert, he started on the outside lane, but he got down to the inside very quickly, and he's going to maybe look back on the inside of the 38. No, 38 gets a good run off of turn number 2. But get back towards the front, number 3 of Rogal Dorn is still holding on Jordan Edwards.
And this is what I was kind of talking about. Once these guys hit single file, it's kind of weird. You can run the second lane if the car is set up for it. But on the start of the race, you don't want to be on the outside lane. It looks like Dorn is trying that second lane here early on, and it's not going to take too long. This is one of the shortest racetracks on the schedule, still a half mile, but the way that it is shaped is very short, and lap traffic will be a factor all race long. And things are calming down a little bit here. Shout out to Zachary Fitzwater, still inside the top 10. And things are calming down for the time being. Swearball, he dominated at Richmond on the pole a couple of short track races ago. And we gotta wait and see how this all transpires. Gonna be a long race here. Burnett and Fitzwater making a pass right there. But is Fitzwater gonna take it? No, he's not. He's gonna try and get back to the inside lane, inside the top 10. And meanwhile, we are still good up front, so focusing on Fitzwater and Burnett. Burnett gonna chop off Fitzwater for a top 10 spot. Been a slow start to Fitzwater, but he's been very solid in the middle part of the season. And depending on how crazy the last 2 races go, he could get a top 20 in points after a slow start.
Definitely, Fitzy, he's sort of had an alright season. He's finished, I think, runner-up, I think, at the last 2 road courses. I think Glen and Road America, he finished second, right? So he definitely has the road courses figured out. It's pretty cool to see him in the top 10 at a short track. Maybe just braking is good for Fitzy. Has that set up in that car suited for heavy braking, but back towards the front, Logan Williams is run down the RCR number 8 car of Duncan Ward. He's going to look to the inside. 8 car got a little bit loose off of turn 4. Logan Williams, though, good look to the inside. He'll probably clear him off of turn 2, and he will. So that puts 1 car in between the championship contenders, championship leaders. Oh! Wow, Logan Williams is like, yeah, he really won that position quick. He's like, I need to get going here. And that's going to help Matthew Hubert, though, get to the inside of the A car. So maybe it wasn't that great of a move because it allowed Hubert to get that position.
And this is kind of what we've been seeing all chase long. These two just race so close to each other. We saw this at Texas. Both of them were up front all race long. And it's just so tight between these two. And, you know, Logan Williams, he had an unfortunate mechanical failure last night here in the National Series race. Doesn't really have a chance at the National Series title, but he still has a shot at, honestly, the series where he's been the most dominant at in the chase, and that is the JBL Cup Series. Duncan Ward trying to get back to the inside, still looking for his first win. There's a lot of drivers that I thought would get the first win this season, like Duncan Ward as a rookie, like Jordan Edwards, like Sam Deal, that have not done that yet, but Rogal Dorn has, and it only took 16 laps LT, but we are catching up to the tail end of the field, and this is going to be a factor all night long here in the Smithfield 500.
Yeah, we saw lap traffic even last season at Martinsville be a big nuisance to the leaders. We saw even Rex in the back of the field collect the leaders, so these guys have to be careful. The back of the field, they could wreck, and that could, obviously Rogal Dorn missing a corner there. That's not what you want. Maybe he just got in the dirty air of the lap cars, sort of reminiscence of real life next-gen Martinsville racing. But yeah, Jordan Edwards is closing in a little bit. But yeah, these guys have to be careful. You don't want to make any contact with these lap cars. Oh man, that's the second straight lap. The 3 cars missed turn 1, and Jordan Edwards has closed in a lot, and Logan Williams has closed in too. So yeah, these lap cars are making it hard for the 3 car. You see now Jordan Edwards misses the corner, so these guys just can't get a consistency down here at Martinsville.
Oh my goodness. Clean dive bomb from Logan Williams, and we kind of saw that last night in the National Series race. sometimes these guys will get a little bit tight and go up the racetrack, and last night I kind of called it a tight racetrack, and it doesn't look as tight, but now that these guys caught up the lap traffic, it looks like that is affecting them, and it's kind of odd of how that game does it, where they actually can get a little bit tight. But Logan Williams up into the second place spot, now 2 positions ahead of Matthew Burnett, but not Matthew Hubert and all season long. But now we're going to lap cars pretty quickly here. Tough wait for the 41 and the 4 and the 16. And Logan is doing a really good job with the lap traffic here. And so far, so good. But watch out for the 14 and the 51 and the 15. Oh my goodness, these lap cars are going to be a problem all night long, LT. And that's just the nature of the short track on the schedule. But how about Logan Williams? He's done a great job in this chase, and he knows what he needs to do. At the bare minimum, just finish ahead of the 5 car these next 2 weeks, and he is good for this title.
Absolutely, with only 2 races remaining, I mean, every position counts, and right now he's finishing ahead of Hubert. Oh, we see the 54 of Nick Lopez, I think, on pit road.
Engine issue.
Oh, well, you hate to see that early on in a race. Luckily, it didn't cause any other issues on the track, it seems. He got down on pit road in a nice fashion, didn't cause any issues, so that's good, but yeah, not good for Nick Lopez and that team. But yeah, up here, these lap cars are all over the place. You see the Stewart Haas cars are the 41 and the 4 car causing the 8 car fit right now. Gosh, Duncan Ward is like, can these guys just please maybe leave a lane? Can I get through? You've been holding me up for a couple laps. Juan Garcia is just going to easily get by the 4 car, it looks like. But Hubert, I think he's lost position to the 8 car. Now he lost another one to the 48 of Juan Garcia. And Eli Bright is running them down. So those are more points he's losing to Logan Williams in the championship, Nathan.
Absolutely, and those are points that he cannot afford to lose all the way in 6th place. Still a good one, but when Logan Williams is in 2nd, then that's not really good. And all these guys from basically, I want to say, 3rd through 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, they are all clustered together behind the lap traffic. And meanwhile, the top 2 have done a great job pulling away of Logan and Logan Williams. And now they are actually going to have a little bit of a clean racetrack for maybe a couple laps before we catch up with the 10, 31, and the 2. But this is Martinsville. You got to master the way through the lap traffic, and that's what Logan and Logan Williams have done. But still, once again, consistent and quiet for Jordan Edwards. And he might not have a lot of top 5s as Logan Williams, but he almost has as many top 10s, as I believe we are under caution for the first time tonight on lap number 30. Now, oh no, Fitzwater has damage.
Oh, you hate to see that for Fitzy. I don't know what happened there, but fortunately the leaders look like they're all right. They didn't get any contact. They're gonna gotta be careful here. I don't know what's happening.
A little bit of stack up. I think we might see split strategy. No, that's all the lap cars actually. So I think all the leaders will go down pit road here. 30 laps in. And I believe it's 60 to 70 laps on fuel. So
they cannot make it, right?
They cannot make it. But
that's interesting.
If we get another caution in about 30 laps again, then they could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see. I'm assuming they'll all take 4 in fuel. Maybe some will take 2 to get track position. I don't know. Logan Williams looks like he'll be taking 4 tires. Looks like everybody will. 3 car. Rogal Dorn taking 4. So, yeah. Can the 38 beat the 3 off pit road?
Not quite.
He cannot, no.
For a second, I thought he was. Oh, Garcia with a good stop. He's going to stay inside the top 5. Top 7 all stay. The same. Andrews looks like he gained a couple of spots on pit lane. And so did Andrew Miller in the 21. He was not inside the top 10, and I think he will be on the restart. And I do believe the one of BP Ruiz stayed out in that lap. And actually, he has not pitted yet. BP Ruiz has not pitted yet. And we gotta see if he does. But if he stays out, then that could be very interesting on this restart.
definitely. I'm not sure what the call is there. Maybe he was just mired in the back of the pack and he really wanted track position. He's not coming down this time, so it looks like it is a strategy call for the one car of BB Ruiz. So we'll see what speed he has up the front.
It's been a decent season for BB. He's had some bright spots, but it's not been that good. 32nd points, and you know, maybe he's like, hey, we can't make it from here. We're just gonna wait about 30 or 35 laps and then pit, and then they could be good. So we'll see what ends up happening. Looks like the crash happened down the front stretch for Zachary Fitzwater. We were just talking about him too. Let's go ahead and see what happened about the first caution of the night in the Smithfield 500. This will happen about the first caution of the night, and short track tempers have been thrown. This is around 15th place or so, and Zachary Fitzwater and Connington were battling for that position. Fitzwater ran up the racetrack a little bit, and that allowed Witkowski to decide to peek down low, and we see it all the time here at Martinsville. 3 wide is very sketchy, especially off turn 2 and turn 4, and unfortunately Fitzwater is going to get turned by the 43 of Joe Witkowski. Not the first time that Joe's turned someone on the short track here in the chase. And this is going to be a big hit for Zachary Fitzwater. Well, boom, into the inside wall. Going to miss the 71. 77 is going to go into the 70, or the 71 is going to go into the 77. Hauling it outside wall, and the 43 is going to go into the 19. So it's going to be a 4-car incident. And unfortunately, a rough chase continues for Kennington, and a promising night from 2 spotter cars as the other one goes on by and sees the other 2 teammates destroyed, and that's going to knock both of them out here for Sam Leo and Zachary Fitzwater. Tough play for spotter here at Martinsville.
So here's another look at what happened between these 3. Obviously, Joe being really aggressive early on in the race, trying to make up spots, and makes it 3 wide off of turn number 4, and just comes up and turns to 71 into the inside wall, and then takes out the 19. And yeah, I know Joe's my driver, but like I said to Richmond, as a commentator, I have to call a spade, and that was just a big mistake by Joe. And he won last week, but just a mistake this week, and he could have been a little bit more patient and a little bit more careful, and unfortunately took out 3 cars in that incident. And yeah, we'll see what the drivers think of it afterwards.
Yeah, that was definitely unfortunate. There might be some tempers being thrown, and interestingly, we had some strategy. See, all these leaders pit besides one. And that is the number 1, a BB Ruiz. Stayed out. The only one that did so, he's going to be on slightly older tires here. And maybe he's trying to be like, hey, if we have another caution in about the same amount of time, maybe I can make it and everyone else can't. So we'll see of what happens, but it'll be BB Ruiz as the race leader on the following restart here at Martinsville for the Smithfield 500. Welcome back to Martinsville Speedway after the first caution of the night. Unfortunately, LT jinxed Sam Badillo as he is out. Same with Zachary Fitzwater, and Nick Lopez is out with a camshaft issue. 33 cars are still on the racetrack and 27 are on the lead lap. Everyone went down pit road except BP Ruiz. I don't know why, but it is BP Ruiz, Logan Dawn, Logan Williams, Jordan Edwards, and Duncan Ward the top 5. Back green on lap 35 of 125. Oh my goodness.
Gosh, I don't know what happened there. Everybody just stacked up going into turn 1. That's going to allow Logan Williams to get to the inside of the 3-car of Vogel Dorn for second place. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact there. He's going to clear the 3-car off of turn number 4 and set his sights on the worn tires of BB Ruiz.
And we'll see how this goes out. There's not a ton of tire wear here at Martinsville because we don't really want too many pit stops, so maybe this will work out on the long one, but it's not going to work out on the short one, I think, for BB Ruiz, as he clearly doesn't have the pace of these front leads, as I think Joe Witkowski might have gone a restart violation in the 43 as he is on pit road. That was one thing I mentioned in the National Series race, I forgot to mention here, on restarts you can pass before the line with how this track is, so tough way for last week's winner. As this is big, Logan Williams will lead this lap, get a bonus point, and because he's in the lead, he's going to get a couple more positions, a couple more points now over Hubert versus when he was in second. And we'll see what ends up happening. BB trying to get back to the inside of Logan, but right now, it is our point leader in the lead.
Yeah, Logan Williams is now controlling the race. He's loving the sight right now. Clear track ahead of him. Matthew Hubert wondering what he could do different now. He's sitting in 7th place, hitting his championship rival, lead the race, basically gain a lot of points on him. Not what he wants to see, but back here we see the 11 car of Aaron Abel. He's been having an amazing last couple of races. He has finished in the top 6 in the last 5 races, so here he is making his way. I think that's for 12th position on the inside of Stuart Grattan. And then Stuart Grattan, obviously, he's hoping for the front 2 championship leaders to have issues because he's, I believe, 32 points back. So definitely not the running he's wanting, being in 13th place and now under fire from the 20 of Matthew Burnett. But yeah, I mean, you see the 7 car, Dylan Matthews, a lone standing Spire car back there. But back at the front, we see 3 car of Rogel Doran. Looks like he's keeping Logan Williams in his sights. It's not letting him get too far away. I definitely think these two are the best cars in the field right now.
Absolutely. We kind of saw that on the first one, where these two broke away from everyone else, and it is happening once again. Partly because of, I think, BP on slightly older tires, but regardless, they cannot have pulled away. So we'll see how this goes down side by side, maybe for the race lead here. And it will be a dive bomb from Logan. Gonna be a clean one though, side by side from a rookie and a veteran. And I think Ron Killington did have a issue. And a slide job, crossover, not quite. And it's going to be Logan back out front in the number 3 machine. This is what I love about Martinsville. It's a little bit goofy, but the racing can be really good. And so far it's been great here at Martinsville.
Oh man, that 38 looks like he's very slow on the straightaways. He just cannot get off the corners well. That 3 car is just gapping him on the straightaways. I feel like the 38 might have an issue.
No! He might have cylinder down.
Yeah, I was going to say, he was very slow on the straightaways, and, well, it's clear he has a cylinder down, so... Oh man.
Well,
not for a championship leader.
He had a fuel leak last night, and now he has a cylinder go down. Luckily, you don't really need the max speed here at Martinsville, but it is affecting him massively down these straightaways. And now this could be bad. Logan Williams might not like Martinsville after this weekend. Fuel leak in the National Series race, now a cylinder has gone bad on that 38 machine. Luckily, he did lead a lap, so that's 8 points, but this could be big for the championship.
Yep, and here is Matthew Hubert, second in points, going and passing the 38. He's probably getting told on the radio, 38 has a cylinder down. Obviously, Hubert doesn't want that to happen to 38, just for the sake of the, just being nice, but at the same time, Hubert's knowing he's going to probably have the championship lead, barring any issues for the 5 car. But yeah, just tough break for the 38 of Logan Williams. You hate to see that for a championship leader have a mechanical issue. I don't know. It happens though in NR, and fortunately it happened for Logan Williams.
And unfortunately, it's not the first time that the 38 has had mechanical issues this season. When he's been up front, New Hampshire happened when he was leading and blew up under caution. And I think there was a couple of other times. So it's unfortunate, but the bright side for Logan Williams, if there is any, is that we're not even halfway through, and something could happen to the 5. I don't want it to, but something could happen to the 5, and it could be not too bad for the 38. But meanwhile, Hubert in the 3rd place spot just got past his teammate. Great one from Hendrick here tonight. All 4 of them now inside the top 10, 3rd, 4th, 6th and 7th. And right now is RCR 1-2. And Duncan will try to do the weekend sweep. But honestly, I think right now it might be Logan doing in a great spot. Because he was the fastest car on the racetrack, I think, other than that 38. And yeah, he was. So it's looking good for Logan doing. Maybe getting a second win on the season finally. But we still got a long way to go, LT. We're not even halfway through. This race can go by fast, but it's a long time at Martinsville here in this one.
Definitely right, Nathan. I mean, anything could happen. We've seen mechanical issues so far. We've seen, obviously, a wreck between, I believe, the Spire cars. So, yeah, I mean, we're not even halfway, and we still have a lot of laps to go, and anything could happen. So definitely, yeah, Hubert, he knows that it's not over. I mean, he still has to keep running at the front, got to avoid issues. We've still got another pit stop, so you got to get through that, depending on if it's a green flag pit stop or a caution pit stop. You got to get through that. So, yeah, still a long way to go for all these guys. But yeah, the 3 car you mentioned, he's in a great spot
we're back
right
on
now.
a caution.
Oh, well. I saw tire marks going to turn 3.
Yeah, I think it was something in turn 3, I believe. Yeah, right there. Yep. Well, the bright side, I think they might be able to make it from here. It's going to be close, but they might be able to make it. See, a 57, wound up to 60, 40. It's going to be close. It's about 60 to 70. So maybe they can pit now, have another caution, save enough fuel, and then they could be good. And you know what? That's going to be good for the 38, because maybe they can try and fix that engine issue here under this caution.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I didn't even think about that. So, yeah, that's a great break for the 38 if they could get it fixed. You mentioned, I think there's 68 laps to go, so coming to green, it'll probably be what, 66, 65 laps to go. So, yeah, I mean, that's right in a window. Obviously, these guys will take 4 tires and a full tank just to. Oh, well.
Oh.
As I say that, they take 2 tires. So, I stand corrected. I guess they have a full tank. I can't imagine they got a full, but maybe they did, and I'm wrong. And well, I don't know. 2 tires is a call for some of those guys.
And looks like they're going to try and fix the 38, but the bad thing is I think it's going to maybe go a lap down. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be really close. Logan's trying to fix the car, and he will stay on the lead lap, it looks like, in the 38 machine.
Great work by that 38 crew to get that car fixed in a timely manner and to stay on the lead lap. That's impressive. So
at Martinsville, especially.
Yeah, I mean, that's great job by them. Hopefully they got it fixed and he can get back in contention. And yeah, still half of the race to go, and 38 has new life.
Absolutely, and if they were able to fix it just slightly, then we know of how fast that car is, and he could maybe manage some points a little bit. We're going to go ahead and wait around the 19th and see who's in front of the field, and we will go ahead and get back racing. But before that, let's see what happened to bring out the second caution of the day from what it looks like in turn number 3. Here we go, gonna replay this one time, and unfortunately I think with the cylinder issue for Logan Williams, he was slow, but Matthews just dumped the 38, and that made him go sideways and essentially stop on the racetrack. And that was what brought out our second caution of the night. A simple one, but a tough night got worse for Logan Williams, and now, even if they can fix the cylinder issue, now they're going to have some damage on the right side, and that's going to hurt him as well. Tough night for our point leader, but it will be the number 3 of Logan doing being the race leader here, and let's go ahead and get back to the restart here at Martinsville. Welcome back to Martinsville, and things have gotten interesting here in the Smithfield 500. The 38 stayed on the lead lap, and we believe he might have fixed it. It was only .104 of damage for the cylinder, and I've seen it before where they can fix the damage on that car, so maybe that's the case. If that is then that 38 still has a lot of speed. But back green, it will be Logan 1 and Matthew Hubert and Duncan were the top 3. Eli Bright and John Andrews the top 5. And nobody is out. Back green on lap 62 of 125. Good start from Eli Bright, good start from Aiden Miller. He still has a shot at the title if something happens to Hubert. The Miller and Grant still has a shot. And, you know, for those two, they got one of the pieces that need to have a problem. And for Miller and Grant, they don't want it to happen, but if they want to try the title, then they need something to happen. Something needs to happen to Hubert. But how about Eli Bright? He's quietly inside the top 5. Ward in 4th, Miller in 5th.
Yeah, I love to see my driver Eli Bright up there. In 3rd place, good run for him. He qualified well, but he's going to get shoved to the outside there by the 8 of Duncan Ward. But yeah, great run for Eli. Good to see him up there. C21 of Andrew Miller might make it 3. Oh, he thought better of it, luckily. It's going to fall in line there behind the 8 car. We see the front row teammate of Logan Williams, 34 of John Andrews there as well. Maybe he has the same speed that Logan Williams had in the second half of the race. We'll see if he can get up there. Oh, man. That 8 car cleared himself to the 42. Eli is probably thinking, oh, kind of lucky there. Kind of shut my nose off. Oh, and Trey Bardo, I think, did he get into John Andrews there?
Yep. Outbroke himself a little bit, I think, and we're getting to the midway point of the race, and I think these drivers will get a little bit more aggressive. And Duncan was almost caught into that outside wall, got a little bit tight off turn number 4. Gonna lose a spot to the 21, and now gonna lose a spot to the 42 here. Gonna quickly see how the 38 is doing, and they did not. I don't think they really fixed the car that well, as he's still in the back. So, gonna be points management for him, as Cunnington is back on pit road. Might have been another restart violation for the 19. Doing out front, Hubert in 2nd, Miller in 3rd, Bright in 4th, Wood, Bartow, and then John Andrews, Juan Garcia, and Abel, top 10 again, and Stuart Glenn running out the top 10. Burnett, Edwards, Matthews, the lone spotter car left, running in the 13th spot. Jordan Stout in 14th, Sam Vitale in 15th. How about Hernandez running inside the top 16? It's been a rough season for RFK. Weem, BB, who's on that interesting strategy, he did the opposite of everyone. He stayed out and he's on 4 tires now when pretty much everyone else is on 2, even though the tire was not too significant. Seidel, who won the last year, is in 19th, and Owen Miles in the 20th spot. And that's the top 20. And we still got a long way to go, but time is running out as Kennington running in front of Barlow, and that's going to allow Andrews to get to the inside of Trey Barlow.
Barlow's not going to be happy about that. You see Kennington, obviously, he's wounded. He's very slow, and Trey Barlow's going to get stuck on the outside now because of the 19. Aaron Abel's going to go by on the inside. So Barlow cannot be happy with Kennington there. Obviously, Kennington having a rough chase so far. Just really, honestly, abysmal for him. Just really unlucky. But, yeah, back here, Stuart Grattan, the guy in 3rd place in points, is trying to make his way back towards the front. And he knows Logan Williams is having issues, so he can gain points there. But Matthew Hubert is still towards the front, so he's still losing points there. Yeah, back towards the front. Rogel Dorn still holding the lead over Matthew Hubert, who's just sort of waiting in the wings there. I don't know. Lap traffic is ahead, I believe. Is that Logan Williams? Yes. Yeah. So we'll see how much Logan Williams holds up the 3 car. And then obviously his championship rival, Matthew Hubert, is probably going to go by. Hopefully there's no contact there, and we'll see what happens.
I just feel so bad for Logan Williams. He's been so good this year in both Cup and National. Also, he has the all-time wins list leader now because of such a good year. And it's not... It might be where he doesn't win a single championship in either series. And that would be very disappointing for him, but we still got 50 laps to go. I don't want to jinx anything for Hubert, but that's what Logan Williams wants to see happen. He's 25th right now, still on the lead lap, but honestly down the cylinder And they were not able to fix it too much as gonna Hubert to maybe peek to the inside a little bit. But Thorne's gonna get to the inside and now gonna put the 38 lap down, and that's not gonna be what Logan Williams wants, because now he can't get passed by the 43-15, 4-16, 51, 41, and the 14. He could go all the way down to 32nd now because of that.
Definitely, and right now he's probably just hoping for a caution so he can get back on the lead lap before these front runners get to the cars in front of him. So, yeah, just like you mentioned, hate it for Logan Williams. He's obviously had a great season, but you could have an amazing season in NR, but you could also have some bad luck strike and just cause your season to go in the dumps. So it happens sometimes, but hey, there's still a lot of racing to go in this race. There's still Atlanta next week. It's not over yet for Logan Williams. So there's always that. And back towards front, though, we see we're catching more lap traffic for Rogel Dorn. See the 14 car of Varga and the 51 and the 41 obviously not having a great race for themselves. Oof, man. That caused the 3 car to miss turn 1, and I think even the 5 car missed it as well because he was probably following the tracks of the 3 car, and that's going to allow the 21 of Andrew Miller to close in on these front 2.
Andrew Miller's won out a lot of short tracks this season, and he's trying to get another one. And, you know, this is the best case scenario for him. He's ahead of Stuart Grant, he's ahead of Logan Williams, but with Hubert winning where he is, he needs him to have a bad race, and right now that's not been the case. Logan Dorn still stuck beyond the 14, and lap traffic is such an issue here at Martinsville, and we saw it before that they were able to get by, but not this time, and that might allow the 31, well, not the 31, the 38 to maybe gain a couple of spots if Dorn does not let the 38, not Dorn, Duncan Ward. But less than 50 to go. We assume these riders can make it. It's going to be very close. But Dorn has dominated this race, trying to get win number 2 on the season here in the Smithfield 500.
Yeah, we see Andrew Miller get to the inside of Hubert. Hubert might be stuck behind the 14 of Brayden Varga. Yeah, 20 Andrew Miller looks like he'll clear the 5 car off turn number 2. Maybe not. Hubert gets run on the outside. Good little battle there. Rogel Dorn trying to get his way through the 41 and the 51 up the road. These guys just gotta be
back
careful.
on the caution.
Oh, another one.
Looks like it's turn 3 again.
Yeah.
Don't know what it was for, but looks like it was turn 3 again. And watch out here for a little bit of a stack up.
Careful.
And now, this is the caution that everyone needed to ensure that they can make it. Either pit or save on fuel. And looks like there's more skid marks in turn 3. Looks like that was
almost identical skid marks.
Yeah, copy and paste almost. Interesting on what caused that, but third caution, we had 3 cautions in this race last year. And we have had 3 here tonight, but it looks like all of them have been pretty minor for the most part. And we gotta see how everything plays out. No one is pinning, so I think they're just gonna save fuel under the caution, and I would assume they would be good. So we're gonna go ahead and see what happened to bring out the 3rd caution of the night and get back green here in the Smithfield 500. Here's the reason for the 3rd caution of the night, and well, LT, since we're a team, I'm gonna let you call this one.
Yeah, so the 38 obviously just doesn't have the pace on the straightaways, so the 34 is like, okay, well, I could get to the inside. Well, he looked to the inside, but hit the 38 in the process, and front row motorsports wreck. Obviously, you don't want to do that if you're John Andrews. Take out your teammate who is the championship leader. That's not what Benny Watson wants out of his drivers. Just, oh man, I can't believe this day for Logan Williams. He has a dark cloud over him, I guess. I don't know what Martinsville has done to Logan, but he cannot find a break this weekend. So I feel bad. Oh, well, there's more contact. So it's just, it gets worse for him. I don't know what. I've never seen this bad luck before, but it happens, I guess. And yeah, you don't want to see a teammate take out a teammate, but that's what happened.
A fuel leak yesterday in the National Series race after he always started on the outside lane and dropped back. And then he started up front, looked like he had a fast car along with Logan, has the cylinder go down early on, gets wrecked once, gets wrecked twice by his teammate. I don't think Logan wants to come back to Martinsville for a really, really long time, so I feel so bad for the all-time wins leader this year. But it's still Logan dominating this one. Can he get win number 2 on the season? Let's find out here at Martinsville Speedway as we wave around everyone for the restart here at Martinsville Speedway. Welcome back to Martinsville Speedway. We will go back green with, I believe, 36 laps to go. And on average, we've gone 25 to 30 laps on a green flag 1. So we'll see if this stays green for the final 36 laps. Logan, Andy Miller, Matthew Hubert, Eli Bright, and a Logan teammate of Duncan Wood will round out the top 5. We waved a few people around, and the last one that we waved around was Logan Williams, as everyone else would have been too close. But back green, great restart for the top 5. Here with 36 laps to go. Terrible turn 1 from Andy Miller. That's going to allow Hubert to get to the inside. Straight ball on the move on Duncan Wood right there. And this is what Hubert needs. He wants as many points as he can get going into Atlanta.
Absolutely, and he's going to get another point there by passing Andrew Miller. He's going to set his sights on Logan. He almost made contact with the 21, but he's going to clear him. Eli Bright, he's going to take the opportunity. I thought he was going to get to the inside of 21, but he falls back in line.
How about Aaron Abel?
Aaron Abel, oh my gosh.
Once again, quietly making his move inside the top 6 now. And Logan
no.
I think Logan just oh man, I think he just did a restart violation.
Oh.
So now that's going to really set him back.
I feel like I'm going through a crazy roller coaster of emotions. I'm happy for Aaron Abel in the 11. Nice to the 38 on pit road. I feel bad for him. It's just, that's Martinsville, that's NR. So, man, just crazy. Good for Aaron Abel, though. I mean, to have that another top 6 run going. Obviously, he's having a chase to remember. I know he wants to win the championship, but I mean, the past 6 races now, he's been very, very consistent. So props to him on being that well in the last couple of races. But back towards the front, we see Matthew Hubert still being under fire from the 21. Andrew Miller, he wants that spot back. Eli, I don't know if he got the wall. He just got tight off of turn 4, but that's going to allow Trey Bardo. These guys are familiar with each other in the JBL Cup Series. Obviously, Trey Bardo being Eli Bright's owner. Andrew Miller is still trying to get the spot on. Hubert missed. Hubert missed the corner a little bit. That's going to allow Andrew Miller to get to the inside.
Yeah, right now, it would not be good for the championship, and I feel so bad for Logan Williams. And I don't think Logan Williams is going to like Martinsville after this one, after this weekend. Fuel system and a fuel leak in the National Series race, and then a cylinder, and now a restart violation. Miller's gonna get past Hubert for second. Hubert gonna cross back over. Fantastic racing up front though here in this one, and Hubert's gonna send it here for the second place spot. Oh my goodness, that was really close. Whew, what a race this has been. We only have 27 laps to go here at Martinsville.
I love the racing right now. You get to see crossovers, get to see close battling. That's what you want to see here in Martinsville. Obviously, we know Logan has the fastest car today. Obviously, we don't know what the 38 could have brought to him, but see, he has a second gap now on Andrew Miller. Can Andrew Miller maybe run him down? We'll see what the gap is after this lap, but Andrew Miller, I don't think he's been this close to the front until now. Obviously, he got a little bit wide there, so he might have lost a bit of time, but see, yeah, about the exact same gap, yeah. So.
Yeah, exactly the same. Let's see if Miller can get a 6th win. It's not been a good chase for him, but If he gets this win, maybe he could have a slim chance at the title. Next week at Atlanta, I think Hubert's gonna have a big lead over everybody going to Atlanta. Depending on when that happening, Joe Bukowski just had a tire go down, gonna go up and right in front of the field. That's gonna allow Dorn and Miller to go wide, and now Bukowski's gonna hold up the 5 of Matthew Hubert. Oh my goodness!
Oh, this is not what you want to do as a lap car. Hopefully Joe just lets him by, and he will.
And he looks slow as well.
Yeah, Joe's having some other issues, I think. I don't know if it's a cylinder or something mechanical. Obviously not. He does not have the speed on the straightaways. See his teammate Eli Bright trying to get by him. Oh, this is not what I want to see as a team owner, but hopefully I could get by him. Obviously Joe winning last week, but obviously not the race tonight that he has wanted. Has had multiple things go wrong. Looks like everybody else will get by him. But yeah, back towards the front.
Boy, he was catching, but went way wider 1 and 2 that time.
I thought he was about to take the wall down, but it's not over yet.
Dun,
I mean, there's still a lot of traffic, so...
Oh boy, I mean, we've seen close races here at Martinsville before, and especially this year in the JBL Cup Series, we saw a full finish here in this one, and we could be in store for another one, because Dorn looks fast, Miller looks strong in that 21, Hubert still looks fast, who wants some Martinsville revenge from early on in the year in the JBL Cup Series. As I mentioned, Barlow, he's in 4th out now, he wants the 2nd short track win on the season, 1 at Richmond, and he could be in position if things get chaotic to get his 2nd short track win on the season, but probably for the final time tonight, unless we get a restart, this will be lap traffic central with less than 20 laps to go.
Man, Ronald Dorn right on the bumper of the 14 of Varga. He's got to find a way back or by, and this is allowing Andrew Miller to basically catch all the way up to his back bumper now. Luckily, he gets to the inside quick, but that lead is already cut down. Andrew Miller on his back bumper. Can Andrew Miller mount a charge to the inside in these next closing laps? We're running out of time, but still got a lot more lap traffic ahead. Andrew Miller, oh, he's right on the back bumper. This is going to be a close one to the end.
Oh boy. If we get tight, gonna do a slide job almost off turn number 2.
Oh my goodness. Great battle. This is amazing. 21 to the inside of Logan. Is he going to clear him? He will off of turn number 4. And he's going to... Oh, now he's going to have more lap traffic in ahead of him now. Matthew Hubert is closing in. Trey Bartle's closing in. This is getting hectic at the end of this race.
Oh my goodness, what a battle here at Martinsville, and what a race this has been. 15 laps to go, and you can tell it's 15 to go with that move that Andrew Miller just did. But it is not over. It's going to be 4 cars with a realistic shot at this race win. Andrew Miller trying to get win number 6 on the season. Local Dorn trying to get win number 2. Hubert trying to get win number 3. And Barlow trying to get win number 2. Oh boy, 13 laps to go, next time by 14 right now. Miller still out front, Dorn with a good 1 and 2. Gonna try and get past Alexander Roll as Miller's gonna move roll up the racetrack.
Oh no, that's... he was very aggressive there. I thought he was about to turn him going to turn 3. He's going to get by though. Rogel Dorn's going to get by. Does the 21 have damage? I don't think he does. Maybe it was just a little scrape, but he was aggressive. He's like, I need to get these lap cars out of the way. I need to get going and win this race. Matthew Hubert's going to get by. But these guys have turned it up a notch and are making me nervous.
Oh my goodness, going into this race, before we started recording, I was worried of how this race would go, but this has been spectacular. Of course, I feel bad for Logan Williams, but other than that, fantastic racing for the race lead. Miller's trying to move as many lap cars as he can at a fast pace, so he has as many cars in between himself and Logan Dorn for this race win. And still, I will just quickly mention great one from and April, still trying to get another top 6 finish late in the chase. but it's going to be 10 laps to go. Miller trying to get win number 6 on the season and have a slim shot at the title next week at Atlanta.
He needs to get by this, I believe it's the 15 car of Duncan Halverston. He needs to get by in a quick manner, but doesn't look like he is. He's Rick Ware racing cars are just don't have the pace today, and they're holding up the leaders. Oh, Andrew Miller's going to get held up another set of corners by the 15. That's going to allow Rogo Dorn to close back in. He looks to the inside. That's good. That's what he wants. Get by the 15 in a quick manner now. 3 car now needs to get by the 15. So Andrew Miller has a car in between him and second place, Rogo Dorn. That's good. As the 15 misses a corner now, that's going to allow the 3 car to get by. Yeah, it looks like he will, but some more traffic ahead for Andrew Miller. It's just never ending here at the paperclip of Martinsville. You definitely got to be very careful with all this lap traffic, but it's winding down here.
Absolutely. Looks like there's 5 more lap traffic cars of Clampton, Williams, unfortunately, Kenneth Miller, Giacomo, and Owen Miles, and then there's a little bit of a gap, but I don't think we will catch up to that gap. 6 laps to go this time by, and Dorn is still stuck behind Noah Clifton. I feel so bad for Logan. Dorn has been so close to winning ever since All Club and got win number 1. Dominated this race, but Miller, oh my goodness, Logan Dorn's gonna move Noah Clifton out of the way. He knows what's at stake here with this one. 5 laps to go. Miller gonna get past Clampton. Clampton's gonna run high. Great move from the 6th season veteran. Gonna try to let Logan Dorn by, but he didn't quite get there in time. 4 laps to go in the Smithfield 500, and we are gonna end it under caution for the 4th time tonight.
Oh man, gotta be careful here.
And that's probably gonna end it. Caution number 4, and with 4 laps to go, that's probably gonna end it, unfortunately.
I don't know what caused the caution, but could just been lap traffic or something. But
I think it's the 15 tire.
Yeah. 15 obviously was very slow there as a lap car. Obviously, issues will continue for him and that team. But I mean, you said it's going to end it. Andrew Miller, though, he got through lap traffic when it mattered, and Rogo Dorn, just a heartbreaker for him. I mean, he had a dominant car. He got second place. A great point stay for him, but obviously he wants that win. And, just didn't have as good of a car as the 21 car there late in the race.
Absolutely. Definitely led the most laps here tonight for Rogo Dorn. But once again, going to be one of those races of what could have been for that number 3 team. Gonna be 2 laps to go this time by, and because the pace laps are so fast, we are just gonna keep it live and make sure these guys can make it on fuel. You guys will see what brought out the 4th caution of the night on the bottom of the screen, and that's very unfortunate because that race was getting really, really good. I think Miller was gonna win regardless because he was getting through the lap traffic a little bit better than Rogo Dorn, and it's gonna be a rough night for Logan Williams. Matthew Hubert never led a lap, I think, here tonight, so that's the only bright side. Logan Williams did lead a lap, but Matthew Hubert's going to be in 3rd, so that's going to be 38, 35, 34 points for Hubert, and then Logan Williams is going to finish in 31st, and it's 1 point for Sid, so I think that's 6 points plus 7 for leading a lap, so I think it's going to be 34 to 7, and Hubert was 7 points behind. So it's not going to be terrible, but it's not going to be what Logan Williams wanted to see here tonight at Martinsville. And the white flag is out under caution here for the Palais. 1 to go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not the night Logan Williams wanted. Mechanical issues and just, yeah, unfortunate for him. But Matthew Hubert obviously finishing 3rd. That's what he needed. And he's going to have a points gap going to the final race of the season. And a couple good finishes for Aaron Abel, Eli Bright, Trey Bardo in the top 5. So a couple good runs. But Andrew Miller, he passed Rogo Dorn when it mattered. And he's going to close this one out and get another win this season.
Absolutely. He won 5 times in the regular season. Not been the best chase for him, but you know what? He's going to get win number 6 on the season here tonight at Martinsville, and in the middle of the win, the Smithfield 500. Whew. He definitely had one of the best cars late in this one. And what a drive from the 21 machine. I don't know what happened with the scoring right there. But it doesn't really matter, I don't think. So I don't know what's going on. But Animal gets the race win. Honestly, not that many cars were a lap down, then I don't know what happened. But it didn't really change the winning order, I think. Miller gets the win. The one in second, Hubert in third, Barlow in fourth, Bright in fifth, Abel in sixth, another top 6 result for that 11 team. Stuart Grant in 7th, Duncanwood in 8th, Burnett in 9th, and Juan Garcia rounds out the top 10. John Andrews in 11th, John Edwards in 12th, Dylan Matthews in 13th, John Stout 14th, Sam Vitale in 15th, Hernandez, Ruiz, Weem, Sestry, and Zidell the top 20. Then of course, some drivers had some rough days with Samadeo, Fitzwater, and Nick Lopez. Halverson 5 laps down with that tire issue. The end of the race, and then Murkowski had multiple issues, I think, today. Had a tire go down, Mine had some damage, and he finished 4 laps down. And then, so unfortunate for Logan Williams. It looked like he had a race-winning car, but he's going to be in 31st, 3 laps down, after a restart violation, after he already had a cylinder go down, and they tried fixing it, but they unfortunately couldn't. So because of that, it's going to be only 7 points for him here today, with Matthew Hubert getting 34 points. So I don't know exactly what the points scenario is going to be, but I do know that Matthew Hubert will be the new point leader by a good chunk going into Atlanta. And it's kind of like last year. Josh Richardson had a 17-point lead going into Atlanta. I think it could be something similar to that, where Matthew Hubert might have a decent chunk over the rest of the field. But fairly unfortunate, but what a race though. Unfortunate play for Logan Williams, but what a battle for the top 4, top 5 all race long. Only 4 cautions, and all of them were pretty minor here in this one. What's the final thoughts, LT, of a pretty chaotic and good racing here at Martinsville?
Yeah, that was a fun one. I'm glad I was in commentary for that. A lot of shakeups happening, especially for the championship. I think Hubert may have a 20-point lead around there going into Atlanta, just based on what I'm calculating. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's a sizable margin going into Atlanta, and it's not, obviously it's not, he doesn't have a championship on lock, but yeah, anything could happen. If Hubert has an issue and Logan Williams has a good race, it could go the other way, and that's the way it goes. And it's unfortunate for Logan Williams here tonight to have the issues he did, mechanical issues, and obviously not finishing where he wanted, and Hubert having a good day. It's just part of racing. Sometimes you have things go your way, and sometimes things don't go your way, and tonight things just didn't go Logan Williams' way. But maybe next week things won't go Hubert's way. So it's just how it goes, and we'll see what happens next week. But yeah, great race, great battle for the win between 21, 3, 5, and 24. They were just going at it, crazy moves, very aggressive. I just love the racing, and yeah, great one tonight, and hopefully we have a great race next week at Atlanta.
Absolutely. Who knows if this would be the second to last race of the season. That season might shuffle things around, but Martinsville's definitely going to come back. I think we found the right sweet spot here, and this was some fantastic racing here tonight. And we gotta see how Atlanta goes, because I will say, front row has that place on lock, and I do believe that Logan Williams won that race last year, or he was up front in that one, so he could win that one. But tough way for Logan Williams. He's not going to be happy about this weekend here at Martinsville, and he does not want to come back to Martinsville with having a fuel leak issue yesterday in the National Series race. and having a cylinder go down while he was in second here tonight. But thanks for LT for joining me up here in the booth for multiple races all season long. It's been a lot of fun, really natural, and I cannot wait to see what happens here in next week here on the channel. We got race 2 of the Penultimate Cup Series at Charlotte, and then we got the ever close National Series Championship, only 6 points in that one. And then we have the Season 6 JBL Cup Series season finale. Crazy ass gone to that point already, but next week we will crown 2 champions in the Cup Series and the National Series. Thanks for LT for joining me. Congratulations to Anna Miller and Wani Dwani for winning number 6 on the season. And the points will be at the end of the video. See you guys next weekend for Championship Weekend at Atlanta for the Cup Series and the National Series.